back at it. What's going on with y'all? What's going on with y'all? It's been a while. Hold on. Listen to this audio right quick.
You know, the man going through something. Everybody had their day in court. You know, he's going through some deep shit. And for people to be out there fighting on the man, that's fucked up. You know, I don't let that shit move. It's obvious that he has some situations. And people are out there and you gotta deal with it. But I'm curious to ask y'all something, right? When the last time y'all seen any federal organization raid a motherfucking house in the daytime? In the broad daylight. They normally come when the fans come. They be like 4 o'clock in the morning. That's a really good point.
Where's the at on here?
I believe that the timing of the feds going to raid Diddy's house all has to do with Diddy himself. It has to do with Diddy himself. For example, I believe that once they got the search warrant, and we're eventually going to see the search warrant and everything.
Oh, what's going on, y'all? I didn't forget about y'all. I had to get the food. We're going to YouTube with it then if it wants to. Where the freak?
Every time. By the way, here's the thing. Let's do some cool shit. Y'all want to do some cool shit real quick? Well, it's not that cool, though. We can still do it. Okay. So this is at Opalaka Executive Airport. This is where actually Rick Ross parks his jet normally, to be honest, if you don't know. Rick Ross jet, I'm pretty sure I can look up. This is probably is at Opalaka, I believe, right here. So yeah, Rick Ross usually parks his jet there. Okay. Cool. Now let's see if we can do this. We're gonna search the tail number. If you actually again, everything I'm doing, I'm not smarter than the average bear. I'm just like y'all. So y'all can look up these two. Just that when you come here, we're gonna do it together. All right, 92A. I can't see that. What's that last digit right here? So it search the tail number. So the tail number of every plane has to register a flight path before getting into the air, and going above a certain feet, like in the air. If it's not registered, you're gonna have multiple, like, towers of whatever airspace saying, "Hey, listen, we don't know where you're going. You should land immediately." If those are ignored, like for example, when a plane got stolen. By the way, I'm gonna tell you what I do know about a little bit about planes. I kind of want to get my plane license. I watch a lot of plane videos. I kid you not. When a plane was stolen, at a certain point, they'll alert the military, who will try to force that plane to land. You get what I mean? Okay, cool. Here we go. So let me see if I can find it. So it's 97. Yeah, I'm gonna need your help a little bit. And the reason why I'm looking this up, and that's what I was telling you about flight paths, is that we could figure out where Diddy was going. By the way, again, I'm telling y'all, please don't act like the feds are some dumbass motherfuckers. They know that Diddy was on the manifest, right? They know that this plane was going somewhere. We just don't know where it was going. So we're gonna try to figure it out on stream. Okay. Maybe I need a different angle of it. Fuck. I just need a different angle of this picture. What's the last digit? It looks like a 1, right? It looks like a 1 if you ask me. Shit look like a 1 to me. What is it, 1? It's a 1, right? Okay, cool. Let's do it. So 1, all right? So you just type this in, right? So I just type in the tail number. And actually, you could go to like the actual federal FAA website. It's going to show you where this plane is registered to. So it tells you instantly that this is a Cessna 140. Now we could Google what plane that is. Cessna 140. I think that's a pretty decent plane. No way. No. That's not the right plane. Now. A Cessna 140 is this. No, it's not the right plane. No, Cessna 140 would be this. Nope, we got the wrong plane. N7. Fuck. Let's just make sure we get it right, people. We gotta get it right. It's N7. Let's do it again. N729.
That dude look chill for real.
Somebody said that might be a 7. I don't know if it's a 7. Well, N729A1. Oh, that's not what we're finding then. No. Oh, okay. Here we go. No, but this is coming up with a Cessna. Huh. Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay, never mind. Okay, we got the right one this time. I think this is a Cessna 172. Let's look that up. Cessna 172. No, what the fuck? That's not it. What the fuck? You think it's a T? You think it's a T? Somebody says a 7 or a T. Okay, let's go. Let's go T. Okay, this kind of looks about more like it. N729 AT, right? AT. Okay, let's see. Where's this plane at? It was in Palm Beach. Yup, it is. Look, Opalaka Executive on Monday. That's when the feds got it, right? There we go. Okay. Cool. Before, by the way, this looks like not Diddy's jet actually, too, right? You can see the owner is Florida Express LLC. I'm gonna show you the difference between. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you the difference between the other plane that we know is Diddy's. Can we see the number on this? I like black planes, but like it's hard to see shit. This is the one that they said is for Diddy. Actually, we know it's for Diddy, low key. It was actually seen grounded somewhere. It's in Antigua. Let's go find that plane. Diddy plane Antigua. Right here. We're going to try to find it. Okay, this is it right here. Wow, it's hard to... Okay, here we go. This is it in Antigua. Cool. We got this. Okay, this is... Here we go. We're going to get the number. Come on, get out of here, bitch. Sorry, child. What's this? N1969C. Okay, cool. N1969C. And then we're going to look up the flight tracker for that. So this one is actually registered to N1969C. It's a Gulfstream, blah, blah, blah. It's a G550, which I think that's actually nicer than the one Diddy was taking. Yo, Diddy's a good guy. Like, well, come on. You know what I mean? Like, this plane is his plane, and you could tell it's his plane because the owner is Love Air. You know, his name is Brother Love. Love Air LLC is his jet company that owns it, that he probably does a lot of write-offs on it to, you know, try to get off with taxes, right? So this is his. But I think the G550 is better than this other plane that he was about to get on, which is a Cessna 172. Now, the reason why I say that is like the people who are getting on the G550, which he owns, is actually his girlfriend's friends. Like, imagine giving like your good card to like your girlfriend's friends and you taking the Honda, right? Kind of, if that makes sense. Anyway, okay, here we go.
He trying to leave them all.
We're gonna look up this flight path, but really it's only gonna show the thoughts that Diddy fucks and where they fly to. But let's look at his plane, the one that they intercepted. Is this plane that they were in front of and they ran down on him? Okay, where was that plane going? Let's see if we can find the schedule. So now apparently is it in Teterboro? They say it's in Teterboro.
Y'all just watch me bust that food down.
Yeah, it's in Teterboro right now. This is interesting. Look, it says this plane was diverted. Interesting. What the fuck? You see this? Look. This is interesting. These are all flight times. You see durations. Let me make this a little bit smaller so you guys can see it. Now, this might tell us certain things we don't know, right? Like, for example, okay, so we do know that the raid happened on Monday, right? The raid happened here, right? The raid happened here, and apparently the plane flew back. So it flew back to Palm Beach, right? Palm Beach International. I would think that's maybe a bigger warehouse or a bigger place that it either stays, or maybe had to do another trip with someone else. Diddy clearly was either taken into custody. Well, actually, not taken into custody. He was detained. But usually, if a police officer or like the feds, if they're gonna fucking approach you at that point, they're probably gonna try to try to get you, question you while they're searching your crib, right? They want to do everything at that time. Diddy's obviously has a team of lawyers. He probably has to do whatever. And I'm wondering, right? Because so it goes from Opalaka executive back to Palm Beach, which by the way is very short. Look, 23 minutes. But then it says it goes from Palm Beach to Teterboro, which I think diverted. Can I click on it and see what?
Trying to find the meanest.
Say diverted.
Trying to find the baddest.
Now we don't know if Diddy, you're not gonna find the manifest. The manifest is for the FAA. I think that's private. You can see the flight path. So the only thing about this, and we don't know if he was on this, I don't know. Maybe somehow they say, hey, listen, we want to question you, but we want to question you in New York. I don't know. I'm assuming here, and the only reason why is Teterboro would be the airport for New York, like the private airport that everybody lands in. Jay-Z and everybody is Teterboro, right? That Clearport. Anytime you hear Jay-Z raps about the Clearport, he's talking about Teterboro.
Much needed.
Randomly, this plane goes from Palm Beach, which, again, that's just a bigger airport than this private plane airport, which is Opalaka, where Diddy got stopped. It goes from there, and it says diverted, which almost means the flight, whatever was scheduled, it was divert. I got to think diverted means either the fucking towers tell them to divert the flight path, or I don't know, maybe the feds. So I might be reaching a little bit, but it says diverted. It's interesting enough. It says Teterboro. Also, here's the thing too. It's scheduled, or it was scheduled today, to go back from Teterboro back to Palm Beach. So it looked like it wasn't going to Teterboro, but somehow it went to Teterboro. Keep in mind, HSI New York is the source of all of this investigation into Diddy. Now, it's a good possibility that Diddy flies to New York, goes to meet with HSI agents, but brings all his lawyers. That's what I'm thinking. You get what I'm saying? Today would probably be the meeting day, and they probably plan to go back today. Okay? It was scheduled to go back at 6, or no, 3 p.m. actually. Well, these are schedules. We don't know if they actually took off. We'd have to do another search for that. Yeah. So these are just all possibilities right now. It's possible that he did eventually get on the plane, but eventually came to New York, maybe had to meet with the feds, whatever. But anyway, what we do know for sure, for certain, is that the feds stopped this plane. Okay? We're trying to figure out where that plane was going, and that's kind of the interesting thing, because it does say that, oh, shout out to my man Myron. Here we go. Yo, Myron, what's good, brother?
Yo, what up, man? Call me on Discord.
Okay, good. Perfect. Here we go.
Let's get it. Myron from Fresh and Fit jumping on.
Call him my man Myron. If you don't know, former,
Yo, what up, Act?
Yeah, we're on stream. By the way, guys, we're here with Byron Gaines. You guys don't know, former federal.
Hold on one sec. I don't know why.
Is it echoing a little bit or what?
Hold on. Fix this.
Yeah, I'm over here looking at flight paths and shit, man. Like, I'm over here
I'll figure this out.
Trying to get into it.
Give me one sec. You go ahead, talk to your people. I'm gonna figure this out real quick.
Okay. Yeah. So chat. I'm looking at these. And by the way, for the people, this is why I think TMZ was a little bit misleading. It would like I'm almost certain. Because I've been on a private jet where people try to finesse.
All right, you can hear me, but I can't hear you. All right, let me figure this out.
Yeah, just go to the settings and see if you can change the voice stuff. now, so
Okay,
that's
I think I got you now, bro. Sorry, I
You
had
got
to
me?
switch headphones.
okay. Perfect.
I got you now. My bad.
Okay, yeah. So we're over here just kind of figuring out how probably all of this happened because we're getting a lot of information now, right?
Yeah.
We're getting a body cam that we're about to look at. We're getting videos from inside the actual property and how the feds kind of like really went through all safes are open, which I'm wondering if they got the codes for them or they just like fuck it, just broke them all open. But before we even get to that, we're looking at the flight paths because what was known and everyone, I hate that TMZ even did that because they're way too smart, and I think they did that for a narrative. They were almost acting like, oh, Diddy is trying to leave the country, which makes for a great headline. Like, you know what I mean? Like, brings you back OJ, right? But in reality, no, the feds knew exactly what, like, the feds aren't dumb, and you could speak to this. Don't you think they get a search warrant and they know exactly where this guy is? And they probably, because I was listening to Uncle Luke, he said the feds usually come at nighttime. And I'm like, well, they probably just scheduled the time they were at the house with the time they felt he was boarding a plane, and they were probably tracking him locally already. So they're like, hey, it's time to detain him, hit the houses, let's go. Do you get what I mean? Does that make sense? Or let me know.
Yeah. No. A couple things I just want to address there. Typically, the feds hit in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, because that's when you have the legal authority to hit a house. You can obviously, between 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. is typically what most judges will sign off on. But you can ask for a no-knock warrant. You can ask for, outside of hours if you got to do it late at night or even earlier in the morning. But typically between 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., most judges are comfortable with signing in that range, depending on the jurisdiction, etc. So that's number one. Number two, by the way, is audio coming in good for the chat?
Yeah. No, it sounded good this time. Yep.
Sounds good. All right, perfect. Because I know last time they were mad. But yeah, the other thing I want to address. So when it comes to people being foreign, right? When you come to the airport, customs owns you, right? And so the people understand, right? So you got Customs and Border Protection, right? Office of Field Operations, right? Those are the guys that are in the blue uniforms. So when you come in, those are the guys that are in uniform, etc., checking you in, checking your passport, doing the searches, everything. If you come into the United States with drugs or anything else like that, or there's a further investigation required, that's when they call HSI. So think of CBP as the police officers and HSI as the detectives, if we're going to say Homeland Security is a police department, right?
Yeah.
Just so people, the audience can understand. So when you have, and I know this because, obviously I was HSI agent for years. If I know I'm about to do a search warrant on somebody, right? I know exactly where they are. I know when they're in the country, when they're out the country, because they get notified whenever you come in and out because they have customs and immigration authority. When HSI has the broadest legal jurisdiction out of any federal law enforcement agency. They actually have more authority than the FBI even, because you got customs, which is Title 19, and you got immigration, which is Title 8. That's a huge amount of statutes that they enforce. So when you come into the country, customs owns you. Like, even the FBI can't get a crack at you unless HSI allows it. So as soon as you go foreign and you come in, they got you. Now, here's the other thing, too, that a lot of people don't know. There's a border search authority, right? When you come into the United States, you have 0 Fourth Amendment rights. There's no expectation of privacy when you come in. They can search everything.
Until you leave the airport? Until you leave, like how long does that last?
What specifically it lasts?
You're pretty much describing like a suspension of the Fourth Amendment rights, which is a right.
Yes, when you're leaving or entering the United States, you have no Fourth Amendment privilege at a POE or a port of entry or a functional equivalent. Like you don't have any, you don't have any Fourth Amendment rights there, because when you're coming, and that's due to Title 19 Customs Authority. I mean, hell, bro, on my credentials when I was an agent, it said that I can do warrantless searches at the border.
Really?
Like, it's literally on their credentials. So, and HSI agents can do it, and so can CBP officers, right? Not to be confused with Border Patrol agents. Border Patrol agents are in the green uniforms. Okay. So think of it this way. Green uniform means you shouldn't be coming into the United States this way. Blue uniform means it's a valid point of entry. And then obviously HSI enforces for both of those interdictory type agencies.
Okay,
but,
let me piggyback off something you just said.
Yeah,
so would this, like an airport, even if you're flying domestically, is still considered as a port of entry, correct?
No. So when you're flying domestically, you haven't touched foreign, it's different. So that's not going to be monitored by customs. But if you go foreign, yes, it will be.
Well, I guess I'm asking. So say Diddy, because I think people are trying to understand how this went down and probably what happened. We haven't seen any trace of Diddy, but I got to imagine he's with a team of lawyers. He probably got interrogated, but he probably definitely are with his people. Do you think that they search his entire plane and everybody? Do they have that jurisdiction, or they have to ground the plane, go get another warrant for the plane, right? And then search the plane, because obviously,
So it depends. It depends. And please let me know if I'm wrong here. So did the plane come from foreign?
The plane was not coming from.
It was in Antigua, right? Wasn't it in
no,
Antigua from that?
No, that's his other plane. That's the plane he owns. This was just a
feel it
charter
without
plane.
even hearing.
So pretty much what happened, he gave the plane he owns to his side bitches to go party. I guess it was someone's birthday. They went, so they were flying all over the Caribbean partying. That's not the plane. That's a black